Hello, hello, friends. Oh, my co-host is on his way over now. He's zipping over as fast as he can. Oh my gosh. Did you hear your cue, Walter? Okay, you stay on your pillow. All right. Let's say hi to the TTWG. Hi, Alex. Welcome in. Howdy. Hope it's been a great week for everyone so far. Gentle reminder to check your chat and make sure it is in live mode. Yes, that is a great reminder, everyone. Make sure you go to the top of your chat window and switch it to live chat so that you don't miss any chats from any of our friends here. Hi, Bree. Hello, party people. I have a Sherlock Holmes mystery puzzle. Oh, that's so exciting. I actually have a mystery puzzle, like a murder mystery puzzle that one of my friends got me a while back, and I've never done it. This is like a reminder. I need to do that. Some tea, and I'm sitting in the sun porch, windows open for tonight. That sounds like such a dreamy, like, scene, Bree. I'm so jealous. Hi, Savannah. Welcome in. Hi, tired mama. Hi, Ian. Hi, Beth. Welcome in. Hi, Jen. Hi, Wheelie Gal. Cody. Hi, Cody. Cody said, hello, so excited to be catching a Tuesday stream. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to have you here too, Cody. Yeah, it's been a whirlwind of a day. But I'm excited to have you here so much, Cody. You don't even know. Hi, Rachel Catherine. Welcome. Let's see. Also, Cody, I don't think I've talked to you since you had your closing weekend for Legally Blonde. Did that go well? Like, was it such a blast? Hi, Vic. Welcome in. Hi, Innocent Hedgehog. Wheelie Gal said, storm is coming, so I may not be able to say no worries. Totally understandable. Vic said, might be drawing tonight instead of writing. Nice. That leg day destroyed me too much to have any brain space. Totally fair. Totally fair. I will say, I know I have it blurred out, but I have to tell you guys, so over the weekend, I was like, I'm not doing anything. I'm totally gonna disconnect. I'm not touching my project or the computer or anything. So naturally, I spent the entire weekend at my computer and I've made major progress on my maps and like my dev edits that correspond to my maps. So I actually drew what you're seeing blurred. You're only seeing like a small portion of it, but I drew my map of Fossus from above, and I actually let me see if I can do it. But how do I do that? How do I say this? Okay, I made a spreadsheet with all the major events that happen outside at Fossus, okay, in this area called the Expanse, which is what I have mapped out. And then I drew kind of like play-by-plays of like the different scenarios and areas, like with notes about like the direction of the sunlight, who has to be where, what tools are mounted where people are watching from or not watching from, distances for conditioning, like all kinds of different notes, and it has been hugely helpful. So I'm going to be adding to that tonight. And then I was like, okay, I've made really good progress on one of my maps. Now I'm going to go to the other. So I made another map. I've started this one, which there's a lot more to this one. I just haven't, I have them all like hidden, you know, kind of like hidden layers, but I need to do, I need to name different locations on here tonight. So I too got bit by the drawing bug, Vic. I get it. Hi, Christina. Christina said, hi, ready for the sprint. Got to get this first chapter cleaned up to get some eyes on it, maybe potentially. Ooh, so exciting. Mateo said, I wrote 5,000 words yesterday, by the way. Holy smokes, 5,000? The last time I wrote 5,000 words in one day was when I did a 12-hour writing challenge. And that was hell. As a new writer, I did it like at the very beginning of my writing journey, and that was brutal. So I applaud you big time for doing 5,000 words in a day. Innocent Hedgehog says, hoping to finish my climax today, so close. Oh, yay. What a great point in your story to be at. Savannah said, I made my tea and I'm going to be crocheting and plotting my new idea tonight. Oh, you know, I love the outlining phase. I love plotting. So I'm so excited for you, Savannah. Cody said, yeah, it was so much fun. Oh, yay. But I'm happy it's behind me so I can go back into writing mode for the rest of the year and so I can attend live streams again. Oh, Thanks, Cody. You are seriously the sweetest, Cody. Which Cody, by the way, if you guys don't know, I think everyone in here knows. Okay. But first of all, if you don't follow Cody, you should follow Cody. But Cody also recently did his cover reveal for his newest book that's coming out later this year, right, Cody? But anyways, you should definitely go to his page and check it out. I think he posted about it on YouTube, but he also posts about it on Instagram. And the cover is just incredible. So you should definitely go check it out. Vic said, actually, I have not written since Thursday's stream. Yes, the 2K at 60 minutes. You must have had just like a huge burst of inspo and productivity, and then we're like depleted for the rest of the weekend, because I do that too sometimes. She says, because then I got stuck and Margot and Christina had to get me unstuck. Oh, how good of Margot and Christina. They are so sweet. Christina said, whoa, that's a lot of work. Yeah, it was, I think I got into a bit of a hyperfixation, spell, you know, where I just couldn't stop, and it still needs work, but I'm really glad I did it. I really needed this in order to fix like a lot of my dev edit, points that I feel like I was picking up on were more so continuity things with regard to where are things located within Fossus, outside of Fossus, in Zenethwin, and knowing where everything is in relation to other scenes that take place and other locations and things. So this was just a huge hurdle I knew I was going to have to deal with at some point, and I'm just so glad that I've sat down and done it. My next big thing too is I want to draw out my transportation lines on my map of Karsa, which is like my whole continent. I don't know if I'll get to that today. I have Karsa drawn, actually. I think you guys saw me draw part of this. Let me see. Yeah, so I have Karsa drawn like on a smaller scale, but I need to do my transportation lines. And then I need to figure out too, I kind of like started separating it as far as figuring out like the boundary lines for the different cities. And then I started thinking about other aspects and kind of making notes about that. But yeah, I'm just kind of fine tuning things like last minute, just very much detailed, like world building stuff. So I'm really glad that I'm like clarifying it. Well, if you could just pick a spot, that'd be great. And not put your butt right to the camera. Come on, this is not an only pause. We've had this discussion. Okay. He thinks this is a different platform, which his mama would never be a part of. Wheelie Gal said, I'm putting a map in one of my novels. Nice. I'm like debating if I want to put them. So I want to put them in my book. But I will say I was doing a little bit of research into like, I'm still deciding how I want to self-publish, to be honest. Especially with the influx of AI novels that have now kind of like distilled, or how do I want to put this? Like, I feel like they've diluted the books on Amazon. Like, I don't know. I'm so conflicted about putting my book on Amazon. But anyways, if you do put it on Amazon, I read that Amazon like takes a slightly higher cut from the author for books that include any sort of illustration, including like chapter headings, because I wanted to do chapter headings too. So I don't know how much like illustration or pictures or things like I'll be able to include. We'll see. But I would love to put maps in. I have the big oil paint. Oh, that's so cool that you did an oil painting, Vic. God, you're so cool. Also, if anyone needs help with maps, poke me. Noted. Jen said, the more I get into dev edits, the more I'm finding I need major rewrites. So rewriting and edits are weirdly coexisting and side-eyeing each other. Totally valid. Totally valid. Hi, Gwynna. Did I say that right? Gwynna? Or Gwynetha? Gwynetha Winna? Happy to meet you too. Welcome in. So we actually spin a wheel over here. I'll show you real quick. I'll take you over to the screen, but we actually spin a wheel with a variety of sprint times. And so it totally varies. And the Wheel of Doom sliver, if we hit that, we go to a different wheel that it consists completely of 60-minute, 90-minute, and 120-minute sprint slivers. But, you know, we have hit that before, and we've actually hit it back to back before, but it's a rarity. So yeah. September 29th. Okay. Vlog going up on my channel on Saturday. Okay. So everyone has to go watch Cody's vlog on Saturday. And you need to go look at his cover reveal on Instagram. It's so good. Okay. Yes. Welcome, Gwida. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's Walter. He's my little co-host. He's trouble. Yeah, listen. If he could, Walter would put up a little link. But that's not the kind of show we put on over here. Oh, hi, Jade. Welcome in, friend. When did you sneak in here? Oh, just now. Okay, good. Yeah, wrong platform. Vic said, basically, I just decided to join 2 chapters into one and then realized I cannot keep it as 6 scenes and 6 scenes of alternating POVs. Yeah, it's so tricky when you do the dual POVs. I mostly figured it out, but the last scene made a philosophical problems. Oh, that's so tricky, Vic. You've got this, though. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay, we are going to go over to the wheel in the next... I'm going to, like, speed race through to this comment from Bree, and then we're going to the wheel, okay? I hope we get 4 dooms for tonight. Bree, take that back right now. Take that back. Thank you. Okay, Gwenna. Nice. Well, definitely welcome in, Gwenna. Happy to have you here as part of the TTWG, the Tuesday, Thursday writing group. Wheelie Gal said, I would start with Amazon. I do that, but I'm also making my website. Yeah, I've heard some people say that, especially if you're doing a series, like that maybe you compromise by putting the first one on Amazon, and then maybe for the sequels, you do something else. I don't know. It's so tricky. Doom. Thank you, Gwida. All right. Let's see. On that note, let's hop over here. Let's see what the wheel has in store for us. Okay. So most of you know the drill. All right. Go ahead and take about the next 5 seconds or so to drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on. If anybody hits the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in their honor, and I will fetch them a nice little trophy over on the main screen. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I love how some of you, by the way, you put in a number and then you're like, or Doom. Like, Doom is cool too. It's so funny. Okay. Okay, cute. 30. Perfect little starter sprint. We'll take that. And let's see if anybody got that one. Mateo got it. All right, y'all know the drill. You know what to do. Well done, Mateo. All right, this one goes out to you. All right, very nicely done, Mateo. We love to see all the support for our fellow writers. Thank you, Gwenna. Yeah, we have a fun time over here, for sure. My friend has physical copies that she sells on a book tour and some make their way to small bookshops. Yeah, I could talk about this for way too long. We'll revisit this on the next sprint. Let's, but I like that idea, Bree, or I like that your friend does that. But that being said, I have 30 minutes on the clock. I wish everyone the best of luck, and I'll see you on the other side of 30. Here we go. All right, and we are back. I feel like it looks like I did nothing that sprint, but I am really, I'm basically putting little like circles for pins for different locations and things on my map, and I'm really finding that I'm finding it harder than I thought I would to figure out where to put the different landmarks and things and buildings that I need to implement, just because I'm thinking, okay, well, my gut instinct tells me like, let's put it here, but then it wouldn't make sense for it to be there because of either like lack of ease to get to the location, or it wouldn't be located near this other building or this group of people, or this type of person would never live in this demi-quadrant. Like, so I'm just kind of overthinking, but it's good. We're making progress. Let's see. Margot says, just got out of a meeting, but ready for chatting and writing. Awesome. So happy to have you here, Margot. Gwen, I got 377 that sprint. That's awesome. Great job, Gwenna. Christina accidentally added 229 words. She said, I'm not supposed to make this chapter longer. Oops. Well, 229 words, though. That's not too bad. That's not too shabby, right? Also, I have to really apologize in advance for Walter tonight. My brother, who I've told you guys goes to school in England, he's coming to visit tomorrow. So today I have been everywhere but at my desk, and Walter, like, and I haven't been sitting still or anything. So I think he's just desperate to like sit with me, and I'm really trying to rally him, or corral him, but I'm having a hard time. But Christina, 229 words isn't bad. I don't think that's too shabby, you know? Like, it's a great writing sprint, but stretching a chapter by 229, we can handle that, right? Bree said, so this puzzle doesn't have a picture. What? Wait, is it like one where the puzzle is just a solid color? I thought this was like a murder mystery kind of like puzzle, right? Or a mystery puzzle? Solving it blind, man. Or is it just you don't have a puzzle, like you don't have a picture on the box to follow? Because that's pretty cool. Vic said, this drawing is giving me psychic damage. I'm laying down the flat base and it takes eternity. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I bet. Are you doing like an analog drawing, Vic? Are you like actually drawing on paper and stuff? Or are you doing like a digital drawing? Jen said, I wrote 148 words and ate ice cream. Okay, but you left out the most important thing, Jen. What kind of ice cream? I mean, this is a hot topic of debate here. It's going to tell me a lot about you. What kind of ice cream are you eating? Gwenna said, are you writing a novel or RP game, Evelyn? I am writing a novel. You would never know it today, just because I'm doing like the maps. But I am writing a novel. It's a epic. I'm calling it an epic romantic fantasy, but I will say the more I'm writing it, the more I'm kind of like, I think it may lean more just epic fantasy with a romantic, like a strong romantic subplot. But yeah, it's outlined as a trilogy. It's a whole thing. So I have finished my first draft and I've basically kind of done my dev edits. This is kind of the last hardy piece of the dev edit that I need to do. And then I need to actually start my revisions, like actually implement the dev edits. So that's where I'm at. Alex got 427 words written. Oh, it's awesome. That's huge. Tired Mama said, I feel like I'm adding so many unnecessary scenes. I'm pushing through and hoping I can smooth it out in edits. If it makes you feel any better, Tired Mama, I feel like there were a couple scenes that I added that I for sure in the moment when I did my outline thought they were imperative, and I'm probably going to cut them going back in. So you're not alone if you do have to cut some out. Christina said, I'm just so caught up in this fight scene. Oops. Oh, I love a good fight scene. I love when I can visualize like the choreography of the fight scene and it flows well. Cody said, help, I've downloaded Obsidian and I can't stop world building. Oh my gosh. So my brother uses Obsidian, or used to use it, and like is obsessed. Yeah, I have not dabbled in Obsidian, but I've heard good things. So you'll have to report back, Cody, and tell me if you like it a lot. Because yeah, I've heard cool things. He's just such a lover boy. He really is. Jen said, I get that though. The overthinking details are easy to, yeah. And I feel like in my first draft, even though my outline was fairly detailed, there were some details that, you know, I don't know. When I went into it, I was like, my outline is so thorough, I can't possibly have missed anything. And all the videos I watched were like, no matter how much you plan, there's going to be things that you don't realize until you're in it and until you've written the book. And sure enough, all the people that had done it before were right. That, you know, there are some things that didn't connect for me or didn't raise a flag for me until the story was written and I went through and did my red pen edits. Do you see this? Well, you gotta chill, bro. 466 unnecessary words. Oh, tired mama. I doubt it. Yeah, he's a mama's boy for sure. Bree said the puzzle's different from the box cover, it says. So I put it together, then read a book to solve the mystery. Oh, that's cool. Larry loves Obsidian. Yeah, I've heard good things, honestly. A digital drawing of a dragon. Dope. I started a couple weeks ago. I have the outline sketch. I fixed the anatomy earlier and I'm now putting down the base color, and getting every thorn is hard. Oh my god, I bet. Jeez Louise. I wonder, I don't know what you use to do your art, Vic, like what program, and I don't know anything about this, okay? So I'm talking out my behind, all right? But I know in Adobe you can like make patterns into a pen or a brush pen, and it helps with the speed. Just something to consider, but I don't know what you use to do your digital art. Gwen said, oh, cool. I write epic fantasy with romantic subplots too. No way. Awesome. So happy to have a fellow like epic romantasy writer. I mean, I don't know what you call it, you know, but I feel like you get where I'm coming from, where like it is a subplot, but it's pretty present. So I don't know, but it's cool to connect with writers through these streams, you know, that have similar taste in the stories they write. Beth read 2 chapters of a short story beta read. Nice. Very cool, Beth. Beth, you're always like, I feel like you always have a beta read project on deck. Like, I feel like you're such a good part of the, how do I put this? Like, you're such like a good giving member of, how do I put it? A generous member of the writing community, because I feel like you're always taking on beta reading for people. Like, I mean it as a genuine compliment. I feel like I did a horrible job of getting that out, but I feel like you're always beta reading in the best way. Oh, strawberry ice cream is my favorite food group, so it varies. Fun fact, I used to own an ice cream truck. No way! That's really cool, Jen. That's such a cool fun fact. Vic only has 1 wing left. You're doing it, girl. You're doing it. Hey, listen. Then that was the right call. Yeah, he pretty much is a toddler. He's 8 years old, but he's in, and I know in cat years that's way beyond the age of a toddler, but he pretty much is a toddler. And also, he is not suffering at all. Just to be clear, he has his own personal lambskin chair over here, okay? That only, it's just for him. But he doesn't want to sit in it. He wants to sit with me on the desk. Oh, that's so cool. I really like the gory, intense emotions in between bit. Oh, interesting. That's actually that's an interesting take on it, you know? Cody said, I'll be starting my red pen edit / reverse outline of Project Purple Book 1 this weekend. That thing's about to be dripping in ink. Yes, let's go. I think it's the best feeling though. Like, I feel like I marked the heck out of my book. I definitely had a lot of, I think once I put all the edits into my spreadsheet, I told you guys that I had it. It was like 150 notes. I will say I dwindled it down because I got rid of duplicates. So now I'm at, oh, I worked on this weekend too and got it dwindled down and solved a lot of things. So I got it down to exactly, this is a fun number, 123, 123 points. And these were points of all sizes and importance, so like large, small, and in between. But yeah, red pen edits are a great time. They're not a great time, but they're a great time. You know what I'm saying? Vic said, this is not the stage I'm at, LOL. It's like when you draw on paper a big square and then you have to fill the inside with one color. Oh, gotcha. I hate the lasso tool too. I got you very much. Beth said, well, I've got, oh, Vic, can you do a clipping mask? I'm trying to think, if you're doing scales across an entire canvas, could you do a clipping mask? Could you do like the silhouette of the draft? Anyways, I'm not gonna, never mind. I'm gonna shut my mouth. Beth said, well, I've got two very prolific writers that I beta read critique partner for. Beth is the sweetest. People think I'm fast, but Cody pumps him out. Cody does not play. Cody locks in, bro. Yeah, he's not messing around. He is pushing himself hard in a very admirable way. Alex, shared a line. I must have been also. I'm gonna catch up to I'm going to catch up to this comment from Gwida, and then we're going to go to the wheel. We're going to do our next sprint. I must have been braced by either Jenrick or Gerald, but I can't turn to see. If I look away, then they all die. What? That sounds terrifying, but really cool. I love the stakes in that. Wow, Alex, thank you for sharing. Walter is forever a baby boy, and you cannot change my... Oh, he is forever a baby boy. 100%. Oh, yeah, Gwenna, let me show you something real quick. You guys will indulge me. I'll show Gwenna real quick since she's new to my channel. So I also have a wiki that's crazy organized, which I'm going to do a video on eventually because I just think it's really cool. But my outline is linked in here. But this is... Let me zoom way out. And I want to do a video on this. It's at the end of my process too. Like once I've written my book and can heartily, endorse it. But this is my outline. And these aren't even all the columns. So yeah, I love spreadsheets. I'm a big spreadsheet gal. It just goes on and on and on. But yeah, I love it. I'm actually going to keep that up for a minute because I think I need to look at my wiki in a minute. Cody, thank you, Cody. You flatter me, but I love it. Thank you. Editing spreadsheets are my life. Yes, they're like a drug. I just feel like it's so helpful. I don't know if anyone else in here is an overthinker, but sometimes I have too many thoughts swimming around in my mind, right? Like too many things I want to tackle. And it just really helps me if I can put them in a spreadsheet. I can organize them. Like these all have tags too. Like right now, the 3 I'm using, I created 6. So I have tags for solved, outline phase, meaning when I do my reverse outline, I'll see if it fits or not. Note, which is just a note to self, and then low, medium, or high priority. And then I obviously put a filter in, so I have them sorted by the tags so that I can keep track of what's solved, not solved, and what's most important to solve and implement first when I do my reverse outline, and then I can work backwards from high priority to low priority and stuff. So like I said, I really want to do a video on all this once my book is done. I just want to make sure when I do a video about it, I can confidently say, like, this is what worked for me, this is what didn't work for me, but I want to share like how to do this because I think it's just kind of like a quirky way of doing it. Like not too quirky. Other people use like plot grids and stuff, but this is a little different. So I don't know. Anyways, let me actually get back to my map tab so I can keep that straight. But anyways, no, I'm making the layer you put masks on top of. Okay, gotcha, Vic. Nice, Vic. Cody said, call me Hamilton, because I'm right, like I'm running out of time. Oh, thank you, Gwynna. Yeah, it's a fun time. I love doing them. She blurs it because we're all... No, I don't. And listen, just to be clear, I don't think anyone in the TTWG would steal from me ever. I gotta tell you, the internet's getting crazy nowadays. I don't know if you guys are seeing, like, keeping up with everything with AI and different things, but I'm sorry, I don't trust random people on the internet. I trust you guys. And I know you guys to a degree are random people on the internet, but I feel like a lot of you, like, you're here every Tuesday and Thursday, and I feel like I know your character well enough, you know, from the chat. It's just, you never know too, like, who is watching but like isn't chatting. That's kind of the weird thing about lives. Like, you know, anyone could watch and take stuff, you know. So, but it's not the people that are in here that I like, that are chatting to me and stuff, that I'm worried about, you know. And unfortunately, it only takes one person to nowadays plug something into AI and be like, write my entire book. Like, did you guys see the thing about the girl who posted a video talking to her boyfriend, and she was like, what would you do if I forgot you existed and ended up dating my last boyfriend again or something? And her husband said, like, I would go find you and give you little treats every day that are so unique to you that you know, they'd be really special and get your attention, and you would eventually leave that guy to go be with me or whatever. And she posted this video, and someone said, like, oh, you should write that as a book. It'd be a really cute book. And she was like, oh, you're right, I totally should. I should write it as a book. And then a guy literally plugged the story into an AI generator and emailed it to her. Have you guys heard about this drama? Anyways. So yeah, people are just getting crazy online. So it's not the TTWG, it's other people, you know. Gwenna said, oh, I love Scrivener's outline screen for my outlining, but editing has to be Google Sheets, baby. See, I've never gotten into Scrivener because I love vision boards. I love all the planning. And I think Scrivener would actually slow me down too much because it would give me too much to utilize, like too many tools, to where I would get stuck in outlining and I would never write. You know, that's my fear. Just with my personal mentality, I know it'd be a problem. Yeah, same. Hey, listen, I'm gonna do a video at some point. I will. I just want to make sure it works first. No worries, bye, tired mama. Whole dissertation on the difference between plot grid and story grids. Yeah. If you don't know, Bree, I ain't worried about. Yeah, definitely not worried about Bree. Yeah, no, I know you're kidding, Ian. I do like to clarify, though, because I don't want anyone to ever feel like I'm looking at you guys sideways or anything by blurring stuff. It's not you guys. It's just random people on the internet, you know, that don't, you know, hang out with me in the TTWG and would not care if it hurt me to like take stuff, you know. Like, I don't think any of you guys would ever do that. I would never betray my new spreadsheet epic fantasy queen. I am but a loyal servant new to the realm, but not the game. Gwenna, you are so fun. You are gonna fit in just perfectly here. I can already tell. Yeah, wasn't that bizarre, Beth? Yes. And then he was like threatening her because she wouldn't respond to his email. And so he was like, if you don't respond to me within 10 days, I'm going to put the book up on Amazon. Yeah, I'm not even going to go on the whole tangent. It was crazy. But anyways, okay, let's go over to the wheel and be productive. Yeah, it was wild. And Victoria Aveyard was like, even, I guess it was happening on TikTok. I don't really go on TikTok very much, but it was happening on TikTok. I saw a YouTube video about it, but he was like coming for all traditionally published authors and saying that AI could do what we do. And he was trying to start a fight. And Victoria Aveyard was not having it. She is such a queen. She was standing up for all of us, and he was still saying she was wrong. It was crazy. Anyways, yeah, stalker vibes. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Y'all know the drill. Take about the next 5 seconds or so. Go ahead and drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time you think the wheel will land on. And we'll take the wheel for a spin. If anybody hits the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in their honor, and I'll fetch them a nice little trophy over on the main screen. Yeah, he doubled, tripled, and quadrupled down. It was not good. Not a good look. Dude, for the please be doomed, please be doomed. It's so funny. I swear I put that on there as a I thought you guys would consider it like something to be afraid of, but you guys aren't afraid. You go for it every time. All right. 5, 4, 3. Okay. 2, 1, 0. 45. Okay, we'll take a 45, right? It's not quite a doob, but it's better. It's a little higher. Nobody got 45 that time either. Wild. Okay, let's go back over. Oh, ignore that. My bad. Perf. All right. Oh, and I almost forgot. How could I? Almost forgot to give us our treasure chest. There you have it. All right, 1 sprint down. Who knows how many more to go? The world is our oyster. Oh, an innocent hedgehog said, also, sorry I didn't check in earlier, but had to lock in. Just finished my climax. That's awesome, innocent hedgehog. I know. I'm sorry. You're probably not the only one, Ian, that did that. I apologize. Okay. But that is awesome, innocent hedgehog. Great work. All right. Walter. Anyways, I have 45 minutes on the clock. I wish you all the best of luck. I'll see you on the other side of 45. Here we go. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. Your girl is in it to win it. I'm just making a quick note of where to resume my thoughts after this little break-a-rooney dooney. Oh my god, this is brutal. I feel like I'm just gonna say this real quick and hopefully there's no judgment here. I feel like I am plugging holes in a sinking ship with this dev edit, right? But it's almost like with every hole that I plug up, 2 more pop up that I didn't realize were even there, where I'm like, oh, okay, so I fixed this, but by fixing this, now I've got to fix this or address this. And boy, howdy. I'm finally getting to a place where I think I'm plugging up the last bit of it. I think I'm going to extend this line, actually, the more I'm looking at this. Anyways, okay, I need to look away for a second. I'm going to engage with the chat and leave this where it's at. Walter, if you walk in front of me one more time, I don't know what I'm going to do because I can't do it. I can't possibly be mean to you, but you've been walking in front of me all night, buddy. Pick a lane. Here. You want to sit with me while I talk to everybody? Me. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Get your cuddles in now so that then I can do my work. Okay. Let me lean back a bit so that he could fully sit here. You guys can hear me okay, right? All right. We had a few more friends come in during that sprint too. I think I had Lynn came in. Hi, Lynn. Ron came in on that sprint. Hi, Ron. And JK came in on that sprint. Okay. Again, you gotta pick where you're gonna be. Dude, same. Honestly, Lynn, same. I feel like I was staring off into space for a lot of that and kind of like also talking to myself for a lot of that, which I need to remind myself that I'm on a live stream and you guys can see me. But I have to like talk out loud sometimes to be like, okay, so if I put, you know, the train station here, then where am I going to put this launch pad for this? And where am I going to put, you know, anyways, identity, whatever. I just keep thinking of a million things and I have to talk out loud to like organize my thoughts. But it was fruitful. Let's see. Oh, also, let me put a little timer on for us to keep us accountable because, like I said, I am trucking and I kind of want to stay on a roll. He really is. He really is. Nice. Margot ended up making and starting to eat dinner. Nice. Alex got 807 that time. Wow, that's great. Bree said, I swear I'm making progress on this puzzle, but 1K. Yeah, 1,000 pieces is a lot. I usually cannot finish 1,000 pieces in one sitting, usually. Christina deleted 121 words. Awesome. Chapter 4 is still hovering at 4K, which is okay. Yeah, I feel like 4K is fine, personally. I don't have a problem with longer chapters. Sounds like a comedy cartoon bit. Yeah, really. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my darndest. He is a good boy. He's the goodest boy. Aren't you? But he's just can't sit still. Or keeps. Oh, I got you. Oh, keep plugging. I read it the correct way without even realizing, Ian. I get it. Every time I change something, it throws off something in my timeline. It's like the dang butterfly effect. Yeah. For me, it's not even necessarily that it throws off things. It's more, I'm like, okay, but where? Well, I guess it kind of does. I'm looking at more of like location and efficiency here and what makes sense, you know? And I just feel like I keep second guessing like what makes sense and what doesn't. And yeah. Okay. Oh gosh. Innocent hedgehog made the climax of his story even more painful. Ooh, it sounds like a doozy. Beth finished the short story and is just giving her feedback. Awesome. Do we not talk to ourselves? I'm glad. I will say, I feel like it is more accepted in the writing community than it would be like just on the internet in general. You know, I feel like we all understand that we have to like think out loud sometimes. But yeah, I remember when I first started live streaming and I was like, do not talk to yourself out loud. They're going to think you're a Looney Tune, you know? But now you guys are, I'm not too worried about it. 231. I can't just freaking write. I gotta obsess over every little thing. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I haven't written a single word tonight because I've been in map mode. So I feel, you know, you've been way more productive than I have. And 231 is great. That's an awesome amount. What is rubber ducking? Margot. I'm gonna have to Google this because I don't know what that is. Rubber ducking. I'm a Looney Tune. I've just accepted that. Yeah, I feel like I'm in good company over here where like you guys don't really judge me for, you know, stuff like that. Oh, Christina shared a line. Okay. Gravel. Hold on. Let me move the drawing pad and do this. Do this properly. Okay. Gravel itches at my skin. A stark chill settles into me, and violent shakes take over my body. I'm alone again. The siphon roars, its blackened mouth open in front of me. Siphon. What did I say? Siphon? The siphon roars, its blackened mouth open in front of me. I'm sorry, Christina. I really made an effort to do that justice and totally screwed it at the last second. I'm sorry. Rubber duck and coding. Okay. When IT people talk out their problems. Interesting. Wow, I did not know this. Wow, okay, I'm totally gonna Google this later because I did not know that was a thing at all. But it makes you feel a whole lot better. Yeah, there's just something about it. I'm just able to like work through things better out loud. Well, we have 30 seconds. You guys want to do one trivia question? We can throw one out there real quick. All right, we're going to do just a nice, easy one. Okay. What part of a hummingbird hums? The wings, the throat, or tail feathers? I'll repeat it again. What part of a hummingbird hums? The wings, throat, or tail feathers? Bonus points if you know how many times. Well, never mind. I might have just given something away, but let's see. Trivia. So the correct answer was the wings. And bonus points. Does anyone know how many times the wings beat in a second? And then we're going to the wheel, just FYI. Good job to everyone that guessed wings. You guys were kind of close. 50 times a second. Pretty impressive, right? The more you know. Anyways, all right, let's pop over to the wheel. Y'all know the drill. Take about the next 5 seconds or so to drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on. If anybody hits the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in their honor, and I will fetch them a nice little trophy over on our main screen. I did see that, Ian, but I was trying to be... I was trying to, you know, throw you a bone there. All right. Excuse me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. Okay, 40. We can do a 40. Oh, Ron got that one. Ron, do you have a DeLorean like Ian? Because I feel like you've gotten pretty good at this. Anyways, y'all know what to do. Very nicely done, Ron. We got a 40-minute sprint coming up, ladies and gents. All right. Yeah. Speaking of which, I got 40 minutes on the clock. Good luck, everybody. I'll see you on the other side. Here we go. Hello, hello, everyone. Just like that, we are back. Let me put on a little timer for us to keep us on track here. All right, let me know how that sprint went for you all in the chat. I would love to know. Also, welcome into Kristen, who joined us on that sprint. Very happy to have you here, Kristen. Also, fun fact, I am also doing a romantic fantasy novel. I was talking about this earlier, but I'm calling it an epic romantic fantasy, but I think maybe it's leaning more towards like epic fantasy with a romance subplot. I haven't quite decided where it's going to live yet, but yeah, always love finding other writers that write in the same genre. Wait, that was so fast. I can say I'm maybe like 1/5 done with the puzzle. I know, it blew by, didn't it? And that was like a 40-minute sprint, 45, something like that. Yeah. Anna! Oh, so happy to see you, Fran. Okay, Anna said, hello, doing some beta reading tonight. Ooh, fun times. Margot, only 106 words, but finished eating and did some research. Very nice. 106 words is great. I think that's awesome. I didn't get much written either. I don't have anything obviously in my doc, but I was actually researching at the end there. You guys are gonna laugh, but like, okay. And you tell me if this sounds crazy, because again, I feel like this is kind of my writing group, so I don't bounce too much off you guys, I feel like, too often, but I'm just going to tell you. So I'm struggling so hard with naming the money in my world, and I think I've settled, because I had written out names for all these different denominations, right? And I had decided how many denominations I was going to have, what they were going to mean, da-da-da-da. And I don't like the names. I was reading them out loud to myself and they sound almost like German, and there's no German influence in my world, you know, or there's not like meant to be. I just don't like it. And so I really want my world, I feel like it has a bit of like a steampunk kind of like vein to it. So I was looking up pieces of clocks, like the inner workings of old antique clocks, and I think I might use that. So like, you know, if you wanted to spend $50 on something, you could say like, or if you wanted to sell something for $50, you could say like, okay, I'll give it to you for 50 bolts, you know, or like 50 cogs or something. Like, I'm just trying to decide like how I want to label everything. But I really think if I can keep it all in the vein of like clockwork, I think it'd be really cool. And it would just roll off the tongue a lot more easily and not be so forced, you know? Yeah. I'm just kind of fine-tuning that. I had to switch gears. I had to get out of my map for a second because, well, my maps, because I feel like I got one of my maps fairly sorted for the most part. This one, I'm not even, I was going to tackle some of the stuff on here tonight. Like I was going to add to it. I don't think I'm doing that. So I think I have this one done. And then for the most part, changes may come as I do my reverse outline. But anyways, but yeah, so now I'm trying to tackle my money system and just like anything that's still standing out on my dev edit to-do list. So anyways, Kristen said, hey, JK, good to see you. Doing all right. Oh, that's so good that you're still like hanging in there, though, and trucking, Kristen. Hi, Lindy. Lindy said, allegorical fantasy, 40,000 words in, getting there. 40,000 words is that's a huge accomplishment. Like, that's a good chunk done. That's awesome, Lindy. Good sprint, copyright issue resolved. Nice. Jen said the ADHD be strong over here. Got distracted, started scrolling, saw a meme about chips and dip, acquired chips and dip, and that's what I accomplished. You know what? We call that setting a goal and completing it. You wanted the chips and dip, you got the chips and dip. We're going to give you a gold star on that one. Christina finished the cleanup of that first chapter, sent it off, and put in an open call for readers, if you will. Ooh, very cool, Christina. Is this for the the vampire project? Wait, vampire or fisherman? I'm getting everyone's projects mixed up. Don't you have a vampire and a fisherman one? Or am I crazy? Anyways, I'm curious which one it was for. Kristen says, I edited for 12 minutes, woke my brain up a bit. Nice, nice. Yeah, that's what I think. Chips and dips are good. I was going to say, okay. Good. This is why I don't go full on secondary fantasy. Too many things to me. Yeah. It's like driving me nuts. I promise you guys, like, I work on this pretty diligently around my schoolwork, obviously, but like, I feel like I'm working on this quite a lot, quite consistently, and it's just like constant world building. I'm really, today I was kind of telling myself, like, because I was doing a lot of cleaning today, to be honest, in preparation for my brother and his girlfriend coming to visit tomorrow. But I was like thinking through stuff in my mind, and I was like, do not get caught up in this whole, like, you know how they say you should just have a hollow iceberg? You only need to know what you need to know for the story, and you don't need to know all these extraneous details that'll probably never come up. I think I'm getting caught up in that a little bit. So I'm going to try to reel myself in. Giving Hugo Cabaret. I don't know who that is. I'm going to have to Google that. I'm going to make a note, because that sounds dope. Okay. Oh, Lindy says also have a steampunk feel in mine. Love it. Haven't had to think about currency yet. I didn't think about currency really to the end. It only played a part in like one minor scene, and then I did add another scene where it is more prominent after dev edits, and so I need to sort it out. Hello, Haley's Vlog World. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. I like that, Evelyn. I kept my money simple, just like coins, but it's not mentioned much in this series. Okay. Yeah, and I initially was saying like pieces, you know, but you know how you would say like 20 pieces. I had changed 20 to be like a certain term, and I didn't like it. It was just all the denominations were sounding weirdly like German, and I don't know where that was coming from. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do like steampunk inspired stuff. As soon as I thought of that, I'm like, you know what, that's perfect. So yeah, it'll take me a minute, but I'll figure it out. JK Lambo said, spent my sprint completing work for my day job and also giving my friend advice from someone who had to fix cavities. Oh no, do they have cavities? Also, let me set a timer to keep us on track here. We've been yapping for a minute, so I'm going to give us like 3 more minutes, and then we're spinning the wheel and doing another sprint. Vamps. Okay, perfect. Sweet. That's awesome, Christina. That's going to be so cool to have people like, have you had anyone read it yet, Christina? I feel like, has Margot read this? I feel like you've talked about someone reading this before, but maybe not. Ooh, teeth would be cool. Don't mind me just writing that down, because that's true. Like, don't the cogs have teeth? I think that's what that's called. That'd be pretty dope. Thank you for the suggestion, Ian. I did write it down. But yeah, I wrote cogs and gears. I have, okay, bolts, cogs, dials, gears, arbor, click, spring, crutch, bonnet/hood, which I don't think I'll use those, but I was just writing stuff down as I was looking at what the different parts of a clock are. And then teeth is pretty cool. You've got this. Oh, thanks, Jen. You're so sweet. I'm sure anyone could do it. It's really not that hard. It's just more deciding like on a theme, I feel like, for it. Because before I was just picking words. What I was doing before, actually, to be honest, and I think the reason it ended up sounding kind of German, was I was trying to take the denominations of like 5, 10, 20, 50 and keep either the first 2 letters or the last 2 letters consistent, so that in the story it'd be easy to tell what was what. So like $50 was like FIP, you know, a FIP piece. I don't like it. I hate it. It's just too quirky. I don't like it. So I'm going to switch to the clockwork thing. Yes. Christina's vampire story. She shares like little bits of it in here, like lines here and there. And it sounds so cool. Currency could go with historical inspiration, florin, dollar, mark, etc. That's actually a good idea too. I feel like the city that would control like what type of currency is produced, it very much has like a French influence. And I feel like I could maybe pull from that. I'm gonna definitely let that simmer, Ron. I like that idea. I love steampunk. Haley said, I love steampunk vibes. The first book in my series that I'm working on is sci-fi mystery theme. Ooh, sci-fi mystery. That sounds dope. That sounds really cool. Yeah, and I love steampunk vibes. I don't really know where that came from, because I feel like I'm not, like in my everyday life, I feel like I'm much more into like dark academia. Like, that's more my like overall aesthetic. But for some reason, I immediately gravitated towards steampunk for this. So, okay, so our timer has gone off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to catch up to Margot here, and then we're going to go over to the wheel, which so jealous, Margot. Bree said, it's a book about a boy who lives at a train station. His uncle, I think, fixed the clocks. You know what? I'm recalling this now. I am recalling bits of this now. I think I watched a snippet of this once, but never got to see the whole movie. It was one of those things where someone else was watching it and I came in the middle of it. And then had to leave before the end for some reason. So I need to look that up and watch it. Kristen said, I have a world building doc for my trilogy and it's about 14 pages. Yeah. There's plenty in there that never actively shows up, but was still good to know and have on hand. Yeah, 100%. And I really thought that I had everything like fully fleshed out. And then I started writing, and it wasn't so much of a problem while I was writing the first draft, but when I did my dev edit, my red pen edit, a lot of it became evident. And it's not too many things. It's more detail oriented stuff, but definitely want to address it. So that sounds fun, but I haven't no scary. I'm sure it is scary, Christina. I'm sure that's terrifying, but I have all the confidence in the world that it's going to be received super well. Yes, for the series, every book has a subgenre, and the first book of the series is mystery psychological. Ooh, that sounds really dope, Haley. Yeah, I'm curious too. I was thinking I wasn't gonna I wasn't gonna put you on blast, Ian, as the kids say, and like blow up your spot. But I was like, it did ping in my brain. I was like, I bet that's Ian's kind of vibe. Jen said, I started watching The Vampire Lestat, and Lestat as a rock star looks so much like my MC. It's insane. Oh my gosh, that sounds cool. That's awesome when you can find a good like reference. Ooh, very cool. As Mofford Caves of Steel, proof that a mystery could have a sci-fi setting. Nice. Different planet, MC surface, very cool. You guys are doing such cool stuff. All right. Ian also has a YouTube channel, Haley. Just saying. I think just at his same handle here, at IH Books. Unfortunately, yeah. All right, let's let's get on over to our wheel here. Okay, take about the next 5 seconds or so and go ahead and drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on. If anybody hits the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in their honor, and I'll fetch them a nice little trophy over on the main screen. And yeah, this will probably be the last sprint of the night, but who knows how long it could be. We're on a roll. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. Okay, perfect. 30 is like actually my dream number right now, because usually I try to go till about 10:30 Eastern time. And 30 minutes will bring us right to that. So that'll be perfect. Let me see if anybody got it. No 30s. Oh my gosh. Nobody got it. And so many of you wanted Doom. Okay, I'm going to have to do a Wheel of Doom stream soon. I think it's overdue. We got to do it. And no worries, Haley. It's so weird in here you kind of forget because we're all just chatting like, person to person. But yeah, I do the same thing. I forget like, oh yeah, there's like channels attached to some of these, Okay, well, let's go get a nice, cute little 30 in. Also, I'm pretty sure we've done 3, and I think we're about to start our 4th, so I need to make sure I keep that up to date. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Well, we now have 30 minutes on the clock. I wish everyone the best of luck, and I'll see you on... Oh, wait. Just in case I lose anyone during this final sprint, okay? I'm trying to think if there's any housekeeping real quick. Definitely going to do a Wheel of Doom stream soon, because I can just tell people would love to do one, and honestly, I would love to do one. Trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's pretty much it. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I guess I'll see you on the other side in 30 minutes. Here we go. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was actually a pretty good sprint for me. I was talking up a storm to myself, but I feel like I made some progress. The money thing, definitely, I got figured out. That's cemented. So, and then I feel like I was figuring out, I was making good progress on another a much bigger dev edit point that I needed to tackle. But anyways, how did it go for you all? Oh, let me get out of all these. I have all these tabs open on clocks now. I found a whole like side catalog about how clocks work and all their different pieces and stuff. It was pretty funny. Well, not funny, but like cool. It was interesting. I didn't expect it. Okay. Trying to find. Okay, where to start reading comments again. Okay. Margot said almost 500 words that time. That's awesome, Margot. That one wasn't even a super long one. That was a 30. That's awesome. Bree grabbed some farmer's market peaches and Sour Patch and now has a kitty chilling in bed. That's awesome. Bree, that just sounds like the dream. I'm not gonna lie. Now, of course, it's so funny. This is the last sprint. And of course, now Walter decides to settle down in his little lamb chair after being on me the whole time. JK Lambo said, no words written, but I watched funny videos on Instagram. You know what? We're going to call that self-care. You know, that's my go-to. Sometimes we all need a little self-care. We need a little downtime, you know? Christina read through about 400 words of the next scene that she's revising and added in about 20-ish words. Nice. Jen said, I made notes so I can move on and work on something else. Nice. Haley got about 90 words because she is searching up words that are meta-thesis based on meta-thesis. Sorry. That was my fault. Haley wrote this well. Sorry. Haley said, I only got 90 words because I'm searching up words that are meta-thesis based, which is when two words have the same letters, but is arranged to have different meanings. Ooh, that's pretty cool. That's dope. That's pretty cool, Haley. I didn't even know that was a thing. Meta-thesis based, which is when two words have the same letters, but are arranged to have different meanings. That's pretty nifty. Do you have any examples, Haley? Of ones, like, even if you're not using them? I'm just curious, like, what, an example of that would be. Kristen said, I almost finished the chapter, just a little bit left. It's an important one, so taking a little more time here. Yeah, you know what, like, what did they say? Rome wasn't built in a day. Like, you gotta take the time. Or, yeah, I just think that's a good way to look at it. Ian said, I had a cat on me the majority of the time. Ditto. Bree said, if you can get a copy of the Hugo Cabret book, it's way to... Oh, okay. I did make a note in my phone about it. So, like during that last sprint, I transferred it I had jotted it down on my computer and then switched it over to my phone. So I'll have to look into that, Bree. Because, yeah, I do vaguely remember that, as a movie, at least. Lindy said, not bad. 400 plus words total for tonight. I'm trying to figure out so many pieces. It's nice being this far in and being able to put more details to what I'm doing, like connecting patches of writing. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, building out the connective tissue. I swear there's someone on authortube that says that. I think it might be Emily Thompson, who talks about, who I think phrases it that way, like you're building out the connective tissue, but I could be wrong. Anyways. Okay, well, I'm glad that we've all had such a productive night. Okay, Haley said, learned it today too. Examples, crud or curd. Aminal or animal. Wow. That's pretty cool. Listen, the more you know, right? I keep saying I need to make a little graphic for that, for like fun facts. Like anagrams. Very interesting. Because, yeah, isn't an anagram... Okay, I'm about to go to Google because now I'm curious. It might... Yeah, they might be one and the same. Let's see. I really should... I feel like I should know this, but... Oh, so with an anagram, I guess the catch is... each letter can only be used once, exactly once. So some examples here are listen and silent, debit card and bad credit, dormitory and dirty room, and then astronomers and moon starers. Interesting. Yeah, it sounds like, I could be wrong, but it sounds like with Haley's thing, you could theoretically maybe, not in the examples Haley gave, but maybe you could repeat a letter or something, and it looks like anagram is specifically saying you can only use each letter once. Not sure. Meta who's it thing. Yeah. I don't know. All right, guys. Well, I'm not gonna lie. Your girl is hitting the end of her energy bar here. Or what do they call it? XP bar in gaming or something, you know? So I think I may start to wrap up for the night. But as far as housekeeping, like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna remember to do or try to remember to do a Wheel of Doom stream sometime soon, because we've been missing those. And otherwise, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. And be brave, be a light. Remember that you're so, so loved. And I will see you around the internet. Bye, guys.